So as much as possible, I would want to see HomeBois being able to execute all of that. But of course, when it comes down to the early game scenario, they might be losing out in quite a lot of that. So they gotta have to play it slow and steady and wait for the proper time to actually try to contest for a lot of these objectives. Especially since we're looking at Ling, we can forego all of these objectives. Play for the late stages of the game. Don't allow Chibi to lose his position in the jungle. Try to obtain more of the river control as much as possible.
Yep, this is a match 3, game 1. HomeBois against Team Spirit, the grudge match, the revenge series. HomeBois is definitely looking to state their name again, right the wrongs from the M5 group stage. Both teams refine in terms of the roster, some changes, some adjustments, but for the better as well. Both teams used to be champions of their own regions. Team Spirit, the recent one for ECA, for the MCC at least. Though, as a start, I personally, I'm going to look at both Sabo and Zorn. This rumors they're going to have a lot of duty to get the junglers a hit.
So, especially since we are looking at the fact that we do have Sourwood playing as a Tigreal, they do have a pretty good answer to HomeBois' death ball game, and it is indeed going to be that counter-engage kind of gameplay that they want. And with Kid Bomba onto Arlet as well, they do have that initiating factor that they can play around with. So it's pretty damn scary with what Team Spirit can do in terms of initiating in a team fight. HomeBois gotta have to really keep an eye out of things and make full use of Zorn's capability to open up the map and really keep a lookout of where Kid Bomba as well as Sourwood will always be.
Making sure that Chibi gets fed as well, right? He would have went for the recall, but allow Chibi to come in. Waits for the purple buff next, because Turtle is going to be on the top side, so slightly favoring Chibi. If they want to go for the rush, they can, but obviously for the Ling, you want that buff first. Zorn will be able to absorb some XP in the mid side.
They definitely gonna have to bide their time a little bit, but in the meantime, Zorn will slowly get himself to level 4 while Team Spirit prepares himself and focus for the turtle fight.
Zorn to be chunked down low, Retribution, forced out Chibi, he needs the purple buff, and now better air gets used. Good penalty zone on the 2, followed by a Tempest Ablaze, and alongside with Angela, Hard is first blood over to the side of Udio. Back Marl, control, Primal Refuge, Kid Bomba, flickers away, and a counter kill for Marl. On to the side of HomeBois, Chibi wants to run away, Marl leaps over the wall, transforms back into human form, and just gets a double kill for himself. Suppa looking to run away, but Marl comes in, looks for collection, finds the Lycan Pounce, triple kill for Marl.
Yikes! Of course, giving the snowball factor over to Marl is not what we wanted to see, as I was really expecting and hoping that HomeBois would just kind of bide their time and not deliver themselves over to Team Spirit. But now that they kind of delivered the 3 kills over to Marl, it's gonna be a little bit tough for to really stop this Roger in the next few minutes from now.
This is what we call the worst case scenario, right? Marl just got the Wind Talker as well. Gets the Wind Talker, gets a triple kill, gets a turtle. Majority of the gold lead, Team Spirit has definitely all in the back of this Roger.
Yeah, so the HomeBois, yes, they do have the battery. You know, the typical battery between the Angela as well as the Ling. We expect quite a lot. And looking at the replay, we have a very good idea what they want to do. But Chibi doesn't really have a lot of HP to work around with throughout the entirety of that fight. And Udil didn't have a lot of mana to work with as well to really keep Chibi up and alive throughout the entire fight. So a lot of DPS loss, but that was just one fight. Hopefully they will be able to climb back a little bit stronger for the next upcoming one.
Hard guard expiring as well. We've always, at least in MPL Malaysia, we always have this pet peeve of why are we putting playmaking mid laners on an Angela? It feels like one of those moments, right? Like, you can only kind of protect a teammate. You see Sabo though, good flip, looking for the crowd control, implosion from mid, Chibi waiting assistance from the hard guard, gonna get it from Udio right now. Still wants to dive Sabo, Sabo flickers, they commit the Tempest Ablaze and a couple of dashes around. Sabo finally gets picked up, and Chibi also makes a full retreat.
He's gonna be fine and dandy. So that was a very comical play just to get the kill onto Sawo. I mean, it's a good thing because HomeBois didn't lose anyone. In the meantime, it's definitely a lot more aggression coming in from Team Spirit while they want to keep Marl on the curve. As much as possible, he's already gotten 3 kills. He's currently at level 8 as compared to Chibi at level 7. As long as they get themselves a good amount of river control, they should be able to generally push HomeBois away. And as long as Team Spirit makes a good trade and the right trades, they will constantly be able to be snowballing and keeping HomeBois checked.
You also have to be very careful, right? Because they have the final slash, which can always catch you. As I say that, final slash goes wide. So HomeBois at least know that the Arlet doesn't have the ultimate. Not willing to commit to the turtle dance either.
It's a short cooldown, so it's not that big of a deal, I suppose. But 2-3 current scoreline, and Team Spirit, they do have about 800 gold lead on top of HomeBois. With the turtle currently standing up tall at the top lane. Both teams, they are trying to bide their time a little bit. Understandably, Team Spirit is the one that controls the fight, or rather controls the pace of the game for now.
HomeBois, they always have that insurance policy, which is going to be the Claude when you go to that late game.
Time.
Yeah, it does take time. And Hiko sees him. That's going to cut the wave as well. So Team Spirit, they're going to get priority over the turtle again. Both goal laners are going to respectively cut the waves.
I would say that HomeBois, as much as possible, they do have very strong split push potential. But unfortunately, it's not exactly that early whereby they can play all of these split pushes. In the meantime, top lane.
And the Chibi, again, Hark on top of him, looking for Kid Bomba. Kid Bomba dashes with the Vengeance to heal back out with the Demon Mark. And his Zorn is forced to retreat. Good penalty zone so far to catch Kid Bomba on the edge, but they cannot get the kill. Kid Bomba still survives, finally dies thanks to Nets. The commitment from HomeBois had to be astounding for that to happen.
Wow! The macro play coming in from HomeBois, and they're just coming in one after another, being a surprise one after another as well. Team Spirit definitely did not expect that, because Team Spirit, it seems like they are able to roll along with it. They're able to get, they're almost able to get Chibi, and then suddenly, boom, Sapat came out of nowhere, and then they're about to get Sapat, then boom, Nets came out of nowhere. HomeBois, they've got each other's backs, and I think that is just the beauty of HomeBois for that previous fight.
I gotta say, that could have gone a lot worse, right? They only lost Kid Bomba because Kid Bomba survived for way longer than he should have. HomeBois is still getting that kill, I think, going over to Nets. That is always going to be great. Udo takes care of the bottom wave, can always join with the hard guard. HomeBois is catching up in terms of the net worth, right? They're under 2,000 deficit, so within an arm's reach.
It's definitely manageable at this point, especially since we are kind of sub 10 minutes into the game. The only thing that we have lost is currently bottom lane first here, but in the meantime, Sawo.
Implosion only on the Zorn, pushes him back with a Sacred Hammer. Zorn can't even use Primal Wrath, so Mega Kill given over tomorrow. Team Spirit able to at least feed this Roger well. 4-0 so far.
I gotta say, the wave clear coming from HomeBois is looking to be pretty nice, actually. They've been defending their middle lanes pretty effectively, especially since Zorn has been up and about all the time, but middle lane...
Final Slash was used. Nets BMI's out, did not have to use the Purify, so not much was lost, but Team Spirit did crack the mid-tier 1. That means the map now opened up for Team Spirit.
Right as I was talking about the fact that they could clear waves pretty effectively. Zorn unfortunately lost his life for that fight, as such they wasn't able to really repel Team Spirit away. As such, all of the first tier turrets has already been taken down, unfortunately, and now Team Spirit will have a very good control over the river. That river domination ultimately is going to help Team Spirit in more of a snowball factor, and Marl haven't seen a death just yet. And unfortunately, I think that this is the point in time where Marl will just continue, keep on going on and on.
They want to full-on commit onto Hiko, but he's healing up. Raise my Festival of Blood. So hard to take him down, and Nets still has the Purify, he's gonna use it. Forced out by the Implosion. Maru joins the fight, Zorn becomes the target. Penalty zone! Flicker from Sapat on a tree! And Chibi is gonna jump into the fight. Final slash from the side of Kid Bomba to catch Nets, but Maru has already gone down. Shut down by Chibi. Team Spirit wants to continue fighting, but HomeBois will say hasta la vista. They are out.
That's definitely good initiations coming in from Team Spirit, being able to catch down onto Nets and forcing out the Purify. HomeBois, although they definitely did react very promptly, and they do have very good counter-engage kind of answers over Team Spirit, but the quick fingers coming in from Kid Bomba, essentially just stopping Nets right on his feet when he comes down to the Blazing Duet. HomeBois just lost so much damage throughout the entire team fight. It could have been so much more worse for Team Spirit if not for Kid Bomba.
Yeah, Kid Bomba, you know, nothing has changed. This man still the kryptonite for HomeBois with his plays. First Lord is up, HomeBois looking to fish for some info, but the only team that can fish better than HomeBois is Team Spirit with the tools that they have. So they're gonna take the priority over this Lord pit.
The one dishing would be Hiko. The unoffended is the one thing that we gotta have to look out for HomeBois, because the one that can really open up the map is gonna be Zorn as well as Sapat. So do we want Zorn to really engage and be super committal with his Earth Shatter plus Flicker combination to catch someone? Would they be able to even do anything at that point in time?
I mean, Kid Bomba is playing distraction, back Sapat finds the penalty zone. It's a two-way fight on two different ends. Sapat does go down, but Chibi found a kill on tomorrow, and this should be Lord for HomeBois. A double kill for him as Zorn takes the Lord away. Sabo chased down by Nets. HomeBois finds a wipeout against Team Spirit.
A triple kill for to the hands of Chibi. They even gotten the Lord. That is massive coming in from HomeBois. Really great play throughout. It seemed as though Sapat was in a really tight spot, being hooked up coming from Hiko, but it seems like it was all in their game. We've got Chibi and Zorn just preparing to come in from the back, and we've got so much attention just tunnel visioning onto Sapat. Team Spirit used so much just to bring down this one Terizla, and the moment that Zorn as well as Chibi comes out, they don't have an answer to Chibi anymore.
And remember what we talked about the Lord changes, right? The Lord was helping HomeBois batter Team Spirit with the true damage. Zorn does get caught. Final slash from Kid Bomba. Implosion committed, but Sapat again finds the back. The Force Lines and Lovers Flicker out. Chibi with the Tempest of Blaze. Kid Bomba and Savo both go down. And Team Spirit not able to hold back HomeBois. Deleting time for Udo also helping HomeBois stay in the fight longer. The Lost starts pummeling on the top. Inhibitor Zorn is going to be pulled back, but the damage from Maru not enough. They're going to do it again. Hiko finds the hook, and that will be Zorn down. Team Spirit defends the base. Inhibitor will all be kept standing.
Very aggressive push from HomeBois. They have put so much of their resources up in the top lane and really forcing things out of Team Spirit. And in fact, being able to get the kill down on the Kid Bomba as well as Sao at the cost of Zorn. I think that is absolutely massive. But especially since we're looking at a sub 12 minute slot, they are able to bring down all of the outer turrets and even be able to bring the middle lane inhibitor down to a sliver. In fact, is barely standing up. So HomeBois, they have got a great stand on Team Spirit, and I think that they just need to get one more good fight before the Lord, and they should be able to put the nail in the coffin onto Team Spirit.
Supply is starting to become an issue as well. His penalty zones have been detrimental to Team Spirit, constantly catching the backline, and it's not like they can burst him down.
Oh, Zon! Ooh.
Zon does find Savo, not the ideal target he wants to go for. Just wants some info. Team Spirit, at least they can drag it out until the next Lord, but you know, Link's Playground is when the map is open for business, and Chibi is going to have the luxury to do that.
Yep, he's just going to be getting Farm City. He's quite literally going to be playing Farmville for now for Chibi, and he's just going to be getting as much gold as he can right now. With 4,000 gold lead on top of HomeBois, they have massively spread himself throughout the entire map of Team Spirit's northern jungle. And they have a very good idea what they are trying to look out for, especially since the Lord is going to be popping down in the bottom lane. Applying all this pressure up in top lane will require Team Spirit to take a lot more time to really respond to the Lord that will eventually appear in the bottom.
And HomeBois have set up the side waves as well. The bottom one, I believe it's going to be neutral, but the top one will eventually push in their favor. And if you're HomeBois, I don't think you're in a rush to take the Lord at any time. In fact, you can just constantly fish for Team Spirit.
I need to have everyone keep their eye up in the top lane, because that is an Angela that will be pushing up the top lane. Having global presence, he can actually just hard guard on the Chibi anytime he wants. So that is going to be a constant pressure from HomeBois onto Team Spirit's top lane, and Team Spirit, they have to respond to that. We also need to remember that we have a Ling, we have a Claude. They can respond to every one of these lanes and be back for the Lord's fight in the nick of time.
Flicker Earth Shatter, counter engage from the Kid Bomber. Chibi reaches the back line, Supply will be taken down, but it's just immortality as HomeBois finds the jugular of Team Spirit. 4 in a row is Chibi with a triple kill, and Hiko not to stand. Maniac for Chibi, and HomeBois in a blink of an eye deliver first blood in this best of 2 against Team Spirit. EECA will taste defeat for the first time in a long time under the hands of HomeBois.
Very clean.